Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 14th of April. My name's Phillip Kingston.
I'm Adam Josky.
And Adam, back here at the block again. You're doing the block?
Doing the block. It's like I'm living here at the moment. It's been so many hours, so let's get my own bed.
I haven't seen you for ages because this place is just sucking you in.
It's taking a lot of time, but I've got to say it's all fun and it's all worth it.
And The Block is Australia's #1 rated program on Channel 9. Bit of a plug there for Channel 9. I dropped in here on the weekend because you had the first public weekend open for inspection on Saturday and Sunday. It was crazy.
It was nuts. It's funny because everyone told me to prepare for it, but I just was not, had no comprehension of just how huge it was. It was like a carnival.
All right, so let me put this into perspective for you viewers. If we get, I reckon, on a Saturday and Sunday, we might have the most stunning architectural home that might have won awards and got some amazing publicity. If we get 50 people through on Saturday and 50 people through on Sunday, we call that an unbelievable weekend.
That would happen a couple of times a year.
Yeah, that doesn't happen all that often.
No.
We had 12,000 people come through this property, and we've got some photos to put up on screen. Queues. It was like it was like a carnival.
Well, I've got a few callbacks to make. So at Gary Pier, we always make a commitment to every vendor that everyone who comes through open for inspections gets a follow-up call on Monday. So,
and it would be fair to say, Jess and Aidan, and they are our clients here, we cannot make you that commitment that we will call all 12,000 people, but we will definitely call the standout interested parties. How's it going here? How's the campaign?
It's great. Well, just to take up on what you were saying about the weekend, it was a carnival. I mean, the streets were closed, and just balloons and sponsors and marquee tents, and it was fantastic. It was just great to be a part of it.
My favourite stall, and everyone knows how much I love my coffee, but McDonald's actually had a stall here, which was a kind of 1950s caravan up on screen at the moment, but they were serving coffees and everything was being given away, of course. It was just great, and you were really lucky with the weather. Because if it had been pouring with rain, it would have been a disaster. So here we are back at the block. Exciting. We'll, in a few moments' time, have Jess and Aidan on camera with us. Yeah, they're coming, Adam. A special guest today. I thought it was fair and reasonable that we get them on screen and on camera.
No doubt we had to pay them a very high...
Absolutely. Appearance fee, $150,000 appearance fee. Had to fly them down from Queensland. You're enjoying their company. They seem like really good people. Nicest
people ever. It's... it's what you see is what you get with these guys, and I've spent a lot of time with them and spent a lot of time here, and in fact I came here yesterday and they were in bed and I crawled into the middle of them and said, don't mind me, I won't take up much room.
He's probably telling the truth on that too. Now, before we get into the week that was and the week that's coming, I had an amazing Saturday night I don't mind sharing with the viewers.
Please share it with us.
I was asked to do a function at Raheen by the Pratts, and a special shout out to the Pratt family, who are the most amazingly generous philanthropic family. And Raheen is obviously the place where they hold a lot of functions. Anyway, I arrived there on Saturday night, spectacular, and I'll show you some photos shortly. This marquee with, 500 people, and it was a celebration celebrating the work of an Indian orphanage. Anyway, huge function, and I had to...
Thanks for the invite, by the way, because I've never wanted to see Raheen or anything. He hasn't been on my...
I had to do a charity auction. There were 3 items, and the first item was a round of golf at the Royal Melbourne Golf Course.
With Gary?
No, not with Gary. Now, this should have made $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000. Anyway, I knocked it down. I had one bidder, and I knocked it down to the bidder at $30,000 for a round of golf. And it's my new best friend, and it was Gina Reinhardt. Now, I've got to tell you, Adam, you talk about Gina Reinhardt, and she's Australia's richest person and one of the, I think, the top 10 richest women in the world. And I've got to tell you that the publicity that you see on television about Gina Reinhardt is never kind. I think that, even before I met her, you would describe her as getting a lot of bad press.
That's something you weren't used to me earlier.
No, well, anyway, I met Gina Reinhardt on Saturday night, and I reckon I had a 5-minute conversation with her. And all I can tell you is the person that I met on Saturday night was warm, was generous, was fun, was entertaining. And I've got to tell you, I really enjoyed the 5 minutes that I spent with her. So it's just amazing. The public persona versus the private person, there are 2 different people. And I reckon I've got a pretty good antenna for people. She was marvellous. My second best friend from the evening is, of course, Dan Andrews, Premier Dan Andrews. So
What was he like?
I'm hobnobbing with the rich and the powerful.
And I'm sure they were going, they're sitting here today talking
probably
about,
going, "Who was that?"
I met Phillip Kingston. Gina's going, I spent some time with Phillip Kingston. How good's that?
So what a wonderful bloke he is too. I had a warm and engaging conversation with him, and he could not have been more generous with his time and certain things that were contributing to the success of the auction. So really nice to see that people that are making doing powerful things in Australia, that behind their public persona are just really decent people. So special shout out, Gina. If you need me to sell anything for you, I don't know, a mine or the Pilbara, I'm your man. And Dan Andrews.
And no doubt should be watching this.
I did say to Dan Andrews, if they're planning on privatising any public park into little housing allotments, Gary Peer and Associates more than happy to help the state government. That's enough about me, Ducks. We'll get to talk about you in a few moments' time, although it's like that famous Bette Midler line, which I love, where she says, "That's enough about me, let's talk about you. What do you think of me?"
I love that line. That's really good.
Obviously really impressed you. Let's talk about the weekend that was. Another amazing weekend, Adam.
It was incredible. We had 12 auctions. We sold 11 out of 12 at a clearance rate of, I think it's about 92%. Industry average was 75%. So once again, we've excelled.
Some amazing results across the weekend, and let's perhaps talk about the standouts. And on a small scale, Adam, 4 at 17 Masters Street.
That was one of mine. That was incredible. We had it was a beautiful one bedroom with a courtyard. We ended up selling it for 400.
It was a one bedroom, wasn't it?
One bedroom apartment for 400.
Okay.
So it's really a new benchmark to get into the fours for the one bedroom apartments. But interestingly enough, we had 3 bidders on that one. We had 2 who turned up on the day. It's just happening more and more, particularly with the apartments. I think we've done our statistics. I think it's sort of 1 in 10 of our sales are sold to someone who turns up on the day.
It's incredible, isn't it? But incredible to get 400,000 for a one bedroom in that part of Caulfield. One of the big standout results was at number 21 New Morella Road, Caulfield South, which was auctioned by Leor Samuel. Now, apparently I wasn't at that auction, but it was a crowd of a couple of hundred people. We had our coffee van out, but the reserve there, I believe, was around $1.4 million.
That's right.
Leor called for bids. The first bid, and keep in mind, nothing normally happens when we call for bids. We have to take a while to get it going. He calls for bids. The first bid is $1,500,000, and it's absolutely game on from there, where it finally sells for $1,766,000.
It's about 366 over reserve.
On Sunday, 4 at 372 Kooyong Road in Caulfield South, a beautifully renovated 2-bedroom, quite small villa, one of 4 that sold competitively and sold under the hammer for $681,000. We can't talk about the selling price at 11A Frederick Street, Caulfield South, but we did quote that at $980,000 to $1,080,000 and then lifted the price guide because it was going pretty well.
Let's just say it was an exceptional result.
We passed it in at auction and negotiated a very successful outcome. We've got a big weekend, Adam, this coming weekend. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
10.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 auctions with 6 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday. So I think what we'll do is have a chat with Aidan and Jess, and then we'll come back to those in a moment.
Good idea.
So really exciting to be here at the block, of course, but also very exciting to be here in the kitchen with Jess and Aidan, right on the back of the room reveal last night where you cleaned up. You won the big gong.
Won the 10 G's.
Was it $10,000?
10 grand in the bank, mate.
Very nice. Was it in cash?
No, I wish it was cash.
Yeah, they gave you a check today.
So what do you do with the 10?
It'll
10
go
and straight to the
towards
stairs, mate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So stairs next week, yeah?
Stairs this week.
All right. So, guys, lovely to have you on the show. And this show is probably one of the biggest rating shows you guys are ever going to go on.
Massive,
I would say so.
But I know you've been dealing with Adam here for the last few weeks, and he's a lovely guy. No doubt you've fallen in love with Adam.
Oh, he's awesome.
Tell me about you guys. Where are you from?
Mate, Gold Coast.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you have to say. From the Goldie.
It tells you everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, tell us a bit about yourself. I'm from the Goldie. We've got 2 little kids.
Born and bred on the Gold Coast?
No.
I was born in Leeton and Jess was born in Wollongong.
Right, okay. And been on the Gold Coast for how long?
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And little kids?
Yeah, 2
how
little
old?
kids.
Thomas and Josie, 6 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and how's it been here? Because you've been intensively here. How's it been? Have you had them in Melbourne or are they back on the Gold Coast?
They haven't been here very often.
Right.
Which is
They come down for a week. It was
How
good.
long have you been here for?
It's been hard.
We've been here since October.
It's October,
Yeah.
okay.
October 2014.
So
That's 2014.
And not 13,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a regular watcher of the show, and clearly Australia has fallen in love with the two of you. Not to say there's anything wrong with the other contestants, beautiful
There's not.
people, but you are clearly the Australian favourites. How did you work that? Is that just
I
natural
don't know,
charisma,
mate.
or what is it?
Oh, that's just us, really.
Maybe down to earth. I don't know.
Well,
Luck of the draw,
let
really.
me answer that because I've got to know these guys very well over the last few weeks. We're BFFs.
Yep,
now.
yep. as you would be.
And, you know, I think a lot of the guys played up for the camera, and these guys, you know, what you see is what you get. And
Yeah.
they're exactly the same. As, you know, as soon as the camera says cut, they're exactly the same. And,
Yeah.
and I think people can see that naturalness of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, it's certainly come across because it's really apparent that Australia has fallen in love with you. So, are you going to get your own show? What's
No.
next?
I don't think so, mate.
No shows.
No shows.
No,
No.
you're well and truly over it, are you?
Yeah, I've had enough. I'm going
Jess has
to
had
my
enough.
children to take them to school and cook them dinner.
there you go again.
I dropped in here over the weekend and there were thousands and thousands of people.
Well, I think Channel 9 estimated about 12,000.
So 12,000 people. In all seriousness, because you're just two nice people from the Gold Coast, how are you coping with all of the fame? Is it weird?
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Aiden's in his element.
I love
Okay.
it, yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool.
But no, I think it's just weird.
I like meeting new people, though, so it's, you know,
And you've mastered the autograph?
not yet, no.
Are you
It
finding
changes every time.
are you finding you're being recognised walking down the street? I mean, it's one thing here, everybody knows who you are here, but just walking down the street.
More
people
so, yeah, well,
recognise
at
you?
airports. We're at airports all the time, so
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of airport
Yeah.
crossing bys.
It's funny. It's funny that people know you
Yeah.
and know your name.
Yeah.
And you turn around expecting to see someone you know, and it's just you kind of keep looking because you don't know
Yeah,
anyone,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
And the kids, how have they handled it? They must be getting a buzz out of it.
Do you know what's going on?
Oh, they're still a bit young for that, so yeah, no,
Yeah.
not really. They're in
Yeah.
bed by 7.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're watching it?
No, they don't watch it. They're
A
not,
little
they're not
bit.
interested in it.
They're
no.
not
Not
interested
interested?
in
No.
renovating shows.
No, it's mum and dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
matter, no.
And you're a chippy by trade, yeah?
Cabinet maker.
Yeah, cabinet maker.
Yeah.
So have you done a whole lot of renovations together?
Yeah, well,
over
we've
the
done a
years?
lot, haven't we? One.
This one.
Yeah, and it'd be this one. This
No,
is
we renovated our first little house on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
We,
Aiden has a lot of building
You
experience
specialise in
on the
kitchens.
job.
yeah,
Yeah.
kitchens. So
Yeah.
it's not just kitchens. Like we'll go in and do the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kitchen's your specialty, which clearly shows because these guys just won the challenge the other night
Yeah.
for the kitchen.
and what a sensational kitchen it is too.
And if you didn't, you've got to wonder about your ability.
I know. Yeah,
Cabinet
I did
maker,
wonder
but-
that. What would happen if I lost kitchen week?
Yeah. Well, these guys just absolutely cleaned up at Kitchen Week, which was fantastic.
It was.
Well,
luckily.
good luck with the show. You're kind of in his hands now, and the
We
auctioneer's
are.
hands. So hopefully, Adam's going to come through for you.
Well, I don't need
Hopefully-
that sort of pressure.
He will,
hopefully-
definitely.
Hopefully, we're going to
We
sell
know
this
he will.
property well over the reserve price, so
I
that you
hope
can
you're
live
right.
happily ever after.
Thanks very much.
Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
on the show.
Thanks,
Really
guys.
good to have you.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Awesome.
So, what a great couple they are. They must have been really fun to work with.
Oh, incredible! They're just they're good fun, and I've said it before. And you know what you see is what you get. And look, every time I come here, they're just a scream, and no wonder they're the crowd favourites.
He's a seriously funny guy. I mean, she's lovely too, but he's funny. He's
The
a
only
funny
thing
guy.
about the block is I wish it was one of those lifestyle programs where someone gets eliminated and the public vote, because I just know these guys will be in it to the end.
Yeah, well, and hopefully they wouldn't eliminate the real estate agent,
That's right.
Adam.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the weekend. Tell us about apartment 13 at 9 Hudson Street.
Well, that one kicks off the weekend on Saturday. It's a one-bedroom, very good size with a car space, and very, very neatly done. Should go well.
We then move on, also at 10:30, I'm doing an auction at 8 Resina Street in Bentley. That looks like a great house.
Very good house. This is it's got incredible accommodation. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2+ park, and apparently we've got good interest over $1 million somewhere for that one.
And now that we've got an office in Carnegie, we're
Yes.
completely on fire in Carnegie. One at 26 Kooragal Road in Carnegie at 11:30.
And we are going from strength to strength in Carnegie, I've got to tell you. This is a very nice 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-car spot, villa unit, single level, and from what I understand, it's going to be going very well.
Then we're back at Hudson Street, also at 11:30, one at 7 Hudson Street. That's a really nice apartment, beautifully renovated throughout. Interesting note to all the vendors watching this show, these apartments in Hudson Street are now worth in excess of $300,000. Gary and I, in 1984, bought a one-bedroom in those blocks in Hudson Street and paid $16,000.
Really?
So for those of you that are wondering about whether to invest in real estate, buy some real estate, hold on to it long term. Unfortunately, Gary and I sold ours.
Well, I've done my research and I don't think it was worth a cent over about 12,000, so I think you might have got ripped off on that
Probably
one.
did overpay. Leon Gusenfitter at 12:30's got an auction at apartment 604 at 598 St Kilda Road, Melbourne.
What a spot.
What a spot, what a building, beautiful views of Albert Park Lake, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and security parking for 2 cars. That is a tremendous property. We finish off on Saturday at 1:30 at number 1 Larch Street. Tell us about that, Adam.
A gorgeous semi-detached home, much bigger than average, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and if you don't know Larch Street, it is a beautiful part of South Caulfield.
And check out those polished timber floors, they are stunning. On Sunday we come out early at 10:30am at 1 at 336 Dandenong Road, St Kilda East. A really charming clinker brick, older style building, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, beautifully renovated throughout, and great position there in Dandenong Road, walking distance to the Alma Village and the tram at your doorstep. Also at 10:30 we have apartment number 3 at 86 Grosvenor Street, St Kilda East.
Yeah, that's a great spot. This is a modern apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, it's got off-street parking and a fabulously large courtyard, which always makes them go very, very well.
Adam, at 12:30 we've got 209 North Road, Caulfield South. Now we could describe that as a stunning home, or we could describe it as Club Med Caulfield South. This is a house that you could entertain 24/7, 365 days a year, whether inside or outside or in the alfresco areas or swimming in that stunning swimming pool. This is a house where you can move straight in on settlement day and not spend a cent. We bring down the curtain at 1:30 at 11B Rain Street. What a stunning home.
Last one for the week. This is being sold by the Samuel brothers. I actually had a chat with them about that yesterday. They said we've had massive numbers of people through. A lovely 3 or 4 bedroom townhouse, 2.5 bathrooms, as well as off-street parking.
What a great property and what a nice way to end an auction weekend. So it's been a lot of fun working here with you on the block. Have you had fun?
Oh, I've had a ball. It's just different to the normal campaigns. I mean, part of the process is the same as far as the selling it, but having the media around and we've had a ball.
Just the excitement and just to reflect on what we said before, 12,000 people through a property at an open for inspection.
Oh, incredible.
It was chaos, it was circus, it was a carnival, but it was absolutely fabulous. We wish Jess and Aidan absolutely the very best with their result.
Yep, so 2 weeks to go until the grand final. It's bound to be a lot of fun. We can't wait. And Jess and Aidan, we're doing everything we can for you.
We hope you sell for many thousands, if not tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over the reserve. I'm Phillip Kingston.
I'm Adam Josky.
Have a great week.